Hallo wieder mal hier. Herzlich willkommen. Hallo. So, today is the first episode of me programming my portfolio. Something I haven't done in years, so I'm lacking. I'm already working on this for a month now, I guess. I guess hardest part when you do portfolio is always to select what you're gonna show. I'm through that most of it, right? I got at least all the web projects I got cleared out. And now I'm like getting into this like whole storytelling, because like you might know me a little bit, and I'm not just doing programming, so I'm also like coming from a creative background, doing video work and generally experiences and events. So how to put like all these interests into what makes me special as a developer, like since I've gone through corporate development as well as creative coding projects. There's a huge range, so I'm trying to figure out like what can be a way to like get people to know about me. So as part of this journey, I started to build like on top of a CMS system, a prismic CMS. Pretty easy, nifty for this sort of project. It's definitely cheap, and I think what's going to happen is that these anyway, Prismic is working. I'm not going to go into the limits there. It's like it's always going to be free because for this sort of project, that's what it is. So then I started the whole project in Svelte and Sveltekit because I wanted to was really interested and was using these get this time now to check out this stuff. Then I got really far and I wanted to integrate some WebGL, or had some WebGL in there. It's pretty basic. And then I found all these great abstraction libraries like Svelte or Svelte 3 or something, and then also a lot of projects in React 3 Fiber, which I think is much more commonly spread. So I'm pretty good with React in general. So what I decided is like, damn, I'm really losing myself. So I'm like, I should really like just better get it on and better work in React. So after long nights, I decided to basically just what's usually happening if you start an engineering project, try a tech stack, especially in frontend. You're always like trying to, every half a year you start a project, next project, whole tech stack changed, and you try out stuff and you're like, damn. And you find out, oh damn, the prototype is good, but on the long run there could be shit happening, all the stuff that you cannot foresee. So you switch, you throw away all you got. So fortunately I've been using not Tailwind and all these other libraries. I'm trying to write straight CSS so I can copy most of that as far as I know, because the component encapsulation is pretty smart in Svelte as well in React. So I can reuse a lot of that stuff potentially. And I also have been progressing on doing like a draft in Figma, which helps me now to because I code and I design there, and then I go back into Figma and draw stuff out, ping pong. And Lena Tomaka, my friend and colleague, designer, typographer, was helping me out, giving some feedback. There's gonna be more of those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna input all of those changes now and recode from the beginning. I already set up the project, done a few of these React 3 Fiber tutorials by Wawa Sensei, and now I'm gonna stick it all together. So what I'm doing today is mostly just migrating all these components that already have like header, footer, the navigation, the router, and some of the static pages, as well as the sections for on the landing page and all of these other pages. We have like simple user interface elements like the list for projects or these slices. Slice machine is something that I'm using from Prismic. These slices to lay out the landing page. And so what I'm going to do is like try to migrate as much as possible of these components. I guess you're gonna maybe enjoy this ride or not. It's a rather tedious work. But it's not the first time I'm doing this. I've migrated projects after 2 or 3 months into the project. Takes some time and it takes some, how to say, takes some chicken wings to make that decision. It's gonna, project is gonna last a long time anyway. It's usually much longer than you expect. You tell that the client and then you do it yourself and forget that it's actually true. It's always longer than you want it to be. So that's what we're gonna get into. Let me quickly change the lighting here. And get some drink. And what's that? Two-way authorization rescinded. Okay, then try another way. I hate this whole authentication. Try another way. Send me an email on the phone. Okay. 6683665 Cool. Yeah, just gonna activate the chat here. Oh, so there's, I see this now. I should correct a little bit the green screen since this light has gone down. Potentially could turn this light up. It will already help. Yes, I guess that's what this does. Where's the OBS? Cool. There we go. Last adjustment, properties, filters, chroma key, similarity. Yeah, now we're good to go. Awesome. So basically what we have to end up with is something like, okay, so I'll show you what is the current status. That's the status quo. Right, I already inputted some of these, the new typography I did. I have this menu up here. You got like some very simple 6-column grid. I always like to use simple grids. And I got these projects here that you can click on and you get into the project. Shows these. All these stuff is coming from Prismic. And then I have simple images. It's gonna make this more developed. I have this very basic footer, and then I have these funny gadgets.
Hi,
where you can hear me talk about the projects. So same as well here, and I'm gonna get into making this much more interactive.
I'm Dr. Dash.
So just placeholders basically. So resume, experiences, tech stack. So so this is the Svelte project. I'm gonna open it up right here. Make a new console. Portfolio Svelte. So I already duplicated or cloned the project. So open it up with. Oh, it's already open. Perfect. So what you see here is I have a regular Svelte project structure. Let's go into, I guess, the app. Well, you know this stuff. And routes and FTS. That's just some. Oh, yeah, page. Basically, page loader on the server side, regular side. So most of the components that we want to migrate first are those in layouts, because that's like holding the page together. So there's this router, a bunch of page transitions. I'm gonna do them much later because they're gonna change depending on my work on the 3JS layer. Get these clouds, don't have to worry about them because they're also going to be included in these in the 3JS layer. Have much more control over it. Basically, we get it outside and a loader. Oh, I have a loader. Well, we'll figure that out. We get a better loader now already. I already put that in. Cool. So prismic preview. I never really used the prismic preview yet because I was well aware of structured structured user interface of the prismic backend, which worked well for me. Anyway, so here's that stuff. So as you see, the style is pretty basic. SCSS. I like SCSS. It's okay. It's a little bit of abstraction. It's nice. And then I have this. In lib, I get this global SCSS file, bunch of imports, my font, and root definitions for responsive stuff. There's some slight differences, but not much. As I'm not going to use SCSS on the global level in React, they have to be like wrapped in. I think you have to put the root in here, so that's gonna change. And yeah, these things are gonna be very straightforward. Possibly there's a lot of stuff happening with these overflows on which elements where it's all nested in. So the main, the content, and so on. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain. Most of the rest is pretty easy, like all small components. Again, I said these clouds, it's basically a pure 3J as I did here. Don't have to worry about this. I found this awesome component on dry fiber. They have this cloud right there. I can just click here. Yes, they have these clouds. And it's just perfect. I'm gonna stack them up. They can animate them. They have rotation. Bunch of layers. You can stash layers. So there's a bunch of stuff to do that works as well as the clouds that I am having here. So it's gonna be more like a stylistic thing. I also want to like actually have this journey in the end. It's gonna be like here, characters coming up, and then as you scroll down, you go into these specific worlds for each project. So I don't have to worry too much about this. It's more about the frame and sections and yeah, these overview lists and so on. Yes. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's our status quo. Loading the landing page. Okay, cool. Already got the header, got some 3JS there happening here from the example from Mr. Wawa Sensei. Love it. There's some layering that's really off. I have no idea yet why, but it's okay. So basically 3D WebGL layer in the back and an interface on top and pages. So as we're gonna go from there. I told you about the clouds. You can change the speed, right? So that's pretty nifty. You can just do the styling later. And my character can already jump and dance, so jogging in a circle I like very much, especially in slow motion and backwards. Just what you gotta do about it? Okay, cool. Too much playing. Next. So I'm gonna put them side to side. The best way to do is I'm in Windows sometimes. So already did some stuff here. Components, well, they're all nested in here. So I use the same sort of structure in all of these projects anyhow, so that's not too much of a thing. I always use a folder and inside I put the component. So we get the nav menu, and here we already did the nav menu as well. So it should be here, nav menu. See, so actually use ChatGPT for this. For parts of this, it's not bad, but I mean, I can do it from head, but anyway. So I got this base imported here, got these items, I put them right here because I don't know if I'm going to keep this dynamic or just going to do it statically in the future. I got my wrapper. I gotta go to the markdown. Man, it's opposite, right? In React, you always have these styling in the top. I do at least because I use these style components from Emotion here, and then low further down you got the container. Container is basically the outer div here, and then the same stuff, same classes. You can keep the class names. Just use different markup for the loop, and the rest is pretty much the same. The class name there, it's a bit different. You can go like this within the temporal literals, or you can actually use a class helper. I use this in another place. I'll show you later. It's the here in the loading screen. I can show you. I'm using this CLSX, as you might know, which is basically just doing the same thing as Svelte does internally. It doesn't matter. All these libraries have their pros and cons. So you just, I don't know, you learn away. That's why I'm like jumping back, because I know a bit more here, and overall development is pretty good in React too. Okay, cool. Going back to my nav menu. It's pretty done. The styling is not there yet, as we have seen. Pretty confusing there. So what's missing? Also, the styling I'm using here, it's pretty much what I want. I think so. Yeah, with this with the nice button effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here, check if I stated the principles. Yes, it's all the same. Get the rectangle shape. Cool. It's all the same. Font size is 16, corner 16. The default. I already copied in the globals. So in here it's the index CSS. Yes, I already put them in here. And I did a quick fix for these variables, as I told you, because I'm not using SCSS here. So you have to address the the element that's going to be changed on responsive directly. Font is included, and I keep, for the moment, I keep this Capriosa from the tutorial from Baba Sensei. I'm going to ditch it later on. I'm not 100% decided on the font yet. So that's going to change. Basic layout, this should work. I added the overflow hidden, which has something to do with the way that this 3JS wrapper is constructed. Not 100% sure how it works with mobile and so on, because I see some of these websites glitch every once in a while. I've got to fix that in the very end. So basically that stuff is here, label hidden, my global CSS, no styling for... Oh, yes, there we go. That's what we gotta get into. Color, main, hover, letter spacing. I wanna copy this just to make sure that there's some slide animation for the font. At the moment I decided not to do the letter spacing. Let's do it for now, so we see if there's a transaction. Works good. Looking further, I'm not sure what I use these labels for, to be honest. Oh, I'm in here. I already did that there. I have to be careful. Yeah, this is the Svelte. This is where I'm going. Okay. Here I want to apply. What's happening with the format? Module path. Formatting complete. Okay, well, F1. Cool. Formatted that stuff. finally, we go footer, I guess. No, let's finish these buttons. Okay, look in the nav. Oh, there we see it's all the stacking margins left and right and up and down. Okay, so we go in here. Did copy it all in. And we have, so, just to figure out why they're not grabbing container, span, item, active, okay. So the color caught on. Ha, damn. Let's keep it on the empty side, that's better. Cool. So, let's inspect. We got enough item home. And as you see, a styling is not catching on. So, we gotta read through that. So, the surrounding is a div. And then we get the nav. So, surrounding is the div, which is okay. Then the nav has the grid, which is okay. Grid is there. Grid. And then it should have the hover and the cursor as a pointer. That helps. Not gonna check that. And item. Nav. There we go. That's why it's called nav item. And this is something I have to do like this because the parent, just to rename the stuff. Nav menu item, nav menu item. So since this is all scoped, I just go for item. Make it more simple. Home item. So I'm just going to remove that extension and make it a class. And then this should this should work the same way. There was something different. So let's see if this extension works. Yes, there we go. Just to make sure the background is blurred, I go back to the home page. And yes, it is. Cool. We'll figure out the style later on in the design. So, got the menu done. Awesome. Only thing in the menu that I want to include right now, because in my sketch I got this awesome loader animation. I don't know if you can see it here. No, you don't have it here. I already have it on the... Let's just for fun, start up the Svelte version. Exactly. So when you go here, you should... no, you don't see it. I had this loader. Not sure where I did it. Well, let's find that out. Let's find that. Find the loader. First, gotta export that vector. That vector is... Oh no, it is a loader. It was a loader that is included in somewhere. Let me find that. So it's nav menu, and I had nav item. And the Svelte. It's on top, so must be on the page. Yes, div class, exactly. There it is. I directly copied it in. It has an animation when it's loading. So let's take this whole thing and turn that into a React component. I like to embed loader. I like to embed SVS as much as possible. You might have noticed that I'm using, let's try what ChatGPT is doing. Create component. Create React component. Called. It should be voice activated because I create React component called loader. Thank you. Accept. Great. Gotta do this. Usually, as I said, maybe I should try this next time. Import styled from emotion. And const container style div. Again, here we're gonna get this loader, get these both. I think we both need these. So we have to construct this a little different than I did before. It's pretty basic. Pretty basic, bitch. There we go. Okay, get that thing to hide. All good positioned and replace the outer. So this is just a design dogma I use, or a component coding dogma that I call the outer one container for each component and use this across all my projects. Yeah, I scaled it up from what I got it, just so thing is good, rotation is good, infinite repeat. I think later on I'm gonna turn this into a scrolling dependency, and it's gonna start spinning when it's loading, and it's gonna spin when a page is scrolling, so it's gonna be more complex and more fun. But right now this is just basic loading logic. Okay, gotta spinner. So basically all I need is don't I have this loading simple screen? I can just use this. Set and use the logic on this one. Great. And the opacity stays the same because I don't want this to change. The only thing that's it's gonna stop the spinning. Progress. So use progress. This is coming from Thrive. It deals well at the moment. This is because it deals with loading the 3D elements. I'm gonna have to wrap that into another use state at some point in my custom one, because I also have to wait for the prismic calls to finish, and I can link them up later. At the moment there's no state, because before in Svelte everything was loaded on the server side, so I just had to wait for the server to load, or the page transition to finish, because it was built into the page transition, but transitions work very differently if I'm not using server-side rendering. See, there's this transition as well, so all of this stuff is not gonna affect anything, and I think we have this here. Project page loading. I don't know exactly where it was. Yeah, on before navigation, after loading falls through. This is the code that took care of the loading of page elements. As you know, maybe in Svelte and in Sveltekit and in Next.js, you load your stuff from the server. In our case, like here, for example, the projects or the home page, and then you pass that onto the component. Here, that's how you get them. It's pretty nifty actually. I really liked it. But again, This is more show and tell site, not so much of a search engine optimized, like have to hit every individual page, because you're gonna have the story rather than the pages. So I don't need the server-side rendering. It's always good to have a decision, make a distinct decision. Do you need something or not? How much time does it cost you? And how much hassle? Because like all of these things have content. So I have two components for everything, and I need to load and then reload and think about reloading. Loading on the front end in React is actually pretty easy too. As again, I'm using Prismic, and there's, you already saw this here, these calls are exactly the same in React and in Svelte. So I'm just going to be able to copy them straight later when I'm building the first pages, because the pages have to be loaded with content. I'm not doing anything to the UI. Cool. Loader use progress. I don't know. Maybe just for fun, I put the progress here. Progress to fix to. No, I just need just the progress. It's a number. Go back to the nav menu. Not the loader, it wasn't the layout. See, I already did this hastily. Okay, fade in, fade out, transitions. No, don't have to worry about that. That's taken care of by the router. Animated, transform, type, rotate, repeat, indefinitely. This is the stuff I have to reference and programmatically change. So I call this I guess animate, transform, just for now. There's supposed to be other ways to do it, but I guess always thousands of ways to do something. Let's just call it ref because there's nothing else gonna be. Might be. Well, let's do it for now. Oh no, yeah, because I just want to change this repeat current. Okay, so handle finished, set hidden, handle finished. I'm gonna check out this in the other loader. We've already built the loading bar, handle finished. Don't need to take care of the handle bar. So I don't need the handle finished. I just gonna parse integer. Okay, that's cool. Need that part. There we go. Interesting. Unloader finished. Okay, I have to see how this is actually working here. I'm gonna go to home page. Home experience. This might be in the app. Yes, loading screen. So there you go. Okay, go back. Oh, because use progress uses this. So. it's interesting. I'm going through that library and jumping back to the other one. Well, pretty funny. Anyway, just gonna do it the same way. Must say I did like the markup a bit better in Svelte. But how do I figure out on use progress? How does this work? So I got the selector. What does it return? Stands store. State selector. Create. Bit narrow here. It's a Zustand. Okay. I actually don't know. Let's check it out. Use progress. Yes, done. Great. Use progress seen. I want the programmatic. Why? Funny. I don't understand that one. This is weird. I don't know. This whole storybook is a bit confusing. Just go here. Use progress. Ah, there we go. That's the parameters. That's the only advantage of TypeScript. Okay, what do we need? Active. Let's not call it in. Let's call it active. And we don't need set active. We actually don't need the whole state. We just use active. And when it's active, it should spin. And so we do the use effect. Oh, that was, thank you, ChatGPT. Yeah, you were right. I was too slow to realizing. If active, we go begin element. I'm not sure if that's correct, because that's also just imagination. There's always like this copilot is imagining things often, and unfortunately, this stuff is not. First, so this is actually a animation transform element. Let's see. SVG animation transform. Start, stop, animation. Okay, that's the old school way to find stuff. Well, maybe I could do the new stop blur, stop stir, pause animation, cursor. Pause animation, update, pause animation. Maybe I just do pause animation and just have it spin all the time. Let's see if that works. Hey, here we get definitely some conflict now with these stats. Home page gonna uncomment them for now. Don't need them. Let's go to home. Loader is the loader. Indefinite, yes, reference, keep it that way. So call pause animation. Play animation. And on startup, we have current play animation. Just start it up. It's like too many AIs helping me out here. Handle finished, set hidden true. I don't know, I don't need this stuff right now for the moment because it's pretty gone. Only thing I need to add is the loading. It's actually the active class. And I don't know what I want to do with it, to be honest. At the moment, nothing. Let's keep it there just for reference. Let's just remove it. Only thing I want to do is maybe I want to size it up. Transform. Scale. What was 1.2, 1.1, 1.2, let's do that. Okay, and then put it into the navigation bar. Maybe I wrap this in the span. So I have access to this for styling, and because I might not want to scale the text. I actually don't want to scale at all. I might gonna do just an absolute. Well, we'll see how it goes. I always go with the flow, and then design later on. You can always go back and change stuff. Okay, next thing. Drink this piece of. Just realized my head was cut off. This is so weird. Okay. The beauty. There's a loader there. We don't need that one. We need the one in the navigation. So let's go into the nav menu. And here, instead of this home directory link, I gonna put this. It's kind of it's an interesting idea. I like the logo better, so I go for loader. Should have given him what distinct name. Ha! And it crashes. I love that. Well, use ref is undefined, of course. Loader use ref. Now, is it defined? CLS. See, copy and pasting also always has this. Okay. What else? What else? Fade out. I don't see any fade out. Oh, in. What? Where's fade out? There's no fade out. Avatar winter. Oh, okay, because I've been also shuffling some other stuff around. No, I think this is a consequence. Okay, let's reload the whole page. Sometimes. Gotcha. I tell you, it's mostly battling shortcuts and such. Current replay is not a function, so React current SVG current. I think I just give the whole SVG, the reference to the whole SVG. Makes more sense. Still another function. Let's check out. Ref in view, that's interesting. No, I like that one. We do that later. Okay, that's over here. Help me. Stuck. Yeah, lately, like I'm sick and tired of like digging too deep into this. So mutable object, the container, this SVG has SVG props, SVG element. Animation paused is create in play pause animations, unpause animations. Oh, and did it tell me play animation unpause? That's ridiculous. Okay, why is it not play? It's unpause. Sure, makes sense. Okay. Unpause animation. Oh my god. Plural. I might get transition this project later on into TypeScript because honestly I want to have the types of these things. It just doesn't implicitly get it from SVG, which sucks. I mean, here it gets it and then it's lost. Because I would have to annotate here and say use ref and then it's type SVG element, which obviously doesn't work. Does work. Let's see. Funny. And that. Yes. Of course it doesn't. Would have been fun. Again. Oh, yeah, it's playing. It's 100% loaded. Yet. I have to pause it when it is finished. So again, we have to go to the docs progress total loaded. That's the one. This effect basically subscription service. If active. That was there. Come on. If do it. If active can unpause animations, not just change it. Okay. Pause animations. Oh, stupid. Watch the world's worst programmer. I'm more a molder. I have put code and I just mold till it works. Luckily, over the years, I found out which tools help me to figure out when I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, this one ignore for now. Guess it has something to do with there. With the suspense inside, but it's still spinning. I'm still spinning. And this one I'm just not gonna show. We can use animation libraries later, but now is loaded. If it's not loaded, this was my phone reminding me that I have to go to the game developer meeting at Vienna meetup, game dev meetup. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna see what's happening in town, local scene. It's not big, but it's fun. So if it's not loaded, it's gonna show the progress. And now it's loaded, but it is spinning, so it is active somehow. Let me just log this here, see why it is active at the moment. False. It's not. So my logic is wrong. If active, if not active, pause. But it didn't change. And maybe I just subscribe to loaded. And true. And it goes to false, which is good. It's still spinning though. So apparently, I think it's all good. It doesn't. Let's see. G. Okay, there we go. That's what I do. Tell me a better way. I think it might be possible with Copilot to ask this directly. Why is the pause animations call not stopping the SVG rotating? Not re-rendering. Because it's a reference. Okay, yes. There we go. So, easiest way to do this is I have to make it with ASP. So I'm just gonna do it through this. How to stop the animation with a CSS property instead. Yes. Oh, thanks. I should just do it straight like this. And not, what's this? The whole animate transform. Where's this coming from? Is this from this? Okay. Pause the. Cool. Why do I need paused? Well, let's do that. Just might be smart for the future. I just go with what you say, Mrs. ChatGPT. I don't know, Mrs. or Miss or Miss. It's just ChatGPT. Loaded progress active. the rotation. Ooh yeah, cool. Define the animation. Oh, interesting. You're gonna do it like that. On the outside. Well, let's do that for now. Cool. And I remove this animate transform, I guess, completely. Because don't need this. It's here. I'm gonna put it in here. A bit easier. Cool. Shorten the path. And save for formatting. And that should be really simple. Unpause anyway, don't need any of this. Ah, it's much smarter. Should have asked you in the first place. Thank you. Not working. And crashing. Okay, cool. Keyframes is not defined. Yes. Of course, this is a stupid. You fantasized. I don't care. How was that keyframe? Thank you. Yes. Much easier. Oh, it stopped. Cool. Nice. So I go there, it's loading and it's crashing, and if I go here, it's loading and it's, yes. Awesome. I will do the smooth and stuff later, so got that header basically done, huh? I guess. Cool. So let's put in first section, and then I have to go to this meeting. So it's gonna be another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then we off for today. This is how it goes. It's a really slow process. That's what you expect, huh? Okay, cool. So we go to the layout, and what we have here, content. We got that stuff. Oh, we don't need the content. We just need a page now. So I did this with I think I have some components here called common page. No, we don't need a common page. So I got these slices and got a hero section. Slice, for example, which I hard coded. And I got a featured project. So basically you have to translate these sections now, these slices. And then let me set it up for today. A new folder called slices. And I should have used small, but no. I could still, let's just go stick with it, stick to that naming. It's not about the wrong or right, it's about sticking to it. Featured project. These are actually auto-generated by prismic, so I'm kind of losing that right now because I don't want to get into figuring out how to like migrate the generation of components for prismic, for React, and featured project dot JSX. Made it a folder, was stupid me. So let's do this in a funky way again. React component. Yes. We have to handle data managing later, because obviously it's gonna come from Prismic, and we have to handle this loading state of the components as well. So it's a long journey there. Oh, definitely have to install. The ChatGPT doesn't understand that we didn't install Prismic. So Prismic React. We gotta get all these components. Deny. Yeah, and I'm not gonna do this because again, I was using it before. It's kind of fun. Prismic React. There we go. Huh? I'm still standing. Okay, yarn dev. Get these elements there. Feature project. Let's see how I translate it, or he, she, they. Cool. This stuff I basically don't need. Just use this part. And now, component styles. Okay, so this didn't help too much. Container, which is HTML section element. Yes, got it. Great, thank you. So that works. Pretty cool. I don't need these things, they're just like kind of indicators. That's pretty cool. So now I could possibly just copy the markup. Yes, from within the section. Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, it's not for me. Cool. There's a bunch of markup that I won't be using in the future. Just for now. Slice background image. What we need here is definitely the slice. And I'm gonna annotate this. It doesn't do it by itself. Okay. Prop. Yeah, it's not correctly, but just there you go. Helps me to do this. Good. I might want to have anything else. I want to copy the whole window scroll thing. It's gonna do this later because I don't need this right now. It's gonna do a different prismic image. Yes, we will need that. And the content from client, I don't know. It's just a type. Okay, don't need that. And yes, base. Cool. There we go. Inshallah, this will work. Maybe. And as we haven't loaded it, it's not crashing anything at the moment. So, maybe at this point, I should leave or gonna do the hero slice. Yeah, gonna do the heroes. Featured slash shop slash. Featured contact layout. Layout slice. Interesting. Wow. Process slice. Oh, so many stuff I have to do. Okay, so this is gonna be a step-by-step process. So migrating Migrane is real. Let's check the hero section. Intro, video, header. Okay. Yes. Do the video. Actually, I had some idea how to re-layout this differently. But let's take it for now. Only thing I want to do in this featured project list is that I check for the slice and then just return if null, no, we return an empty element. Yes. Exactly. This is just if somebody fucks up anything, it's not gonna be outputted. And we log an error. Now warn missing project. There we go. Therefore, so this thing is not gonna crash anything. And I should feed the featured project. That's what we're gonna do exactly. Before I leave, I'm gonna go into page project. No. I'm gonna go into where is this? How is that slice about API projects? Slice simulator? No, it's there. Get single home. There we go. And yeah, that's the thing. It's a bit like, I mean, if you use prismic like this, it's not good for huge scale, large scaling projects. And I wouldn't use the direct API. I would use GraphQL. But for something like this right now, I'm just like grab the homepage and then there's an ID to the project, and then I'm gonna enrich that with the, I think I did it here, and enrich that with the actual, oh no, maybe I didn't. Huh? Let me look at it. Hero. Featured project. I think I didn't enrich it. In this case, I really actually just... smart. Okay, let's check out the page. Get project by ID, project find. Oh no, it does enrich it. There you go. Yes. Because there's only in the page data in the slice, there's only the ID of the project and not the actual project. And we are using project UID. I can skip that. Data name. Yeah, that's also not in the slice. But let's look at this. Let's get the slice first and then see how it goes. Because we might not need all of the metadata, because I made this specific. Let's look at it. Prismic. Let's go in there. See where we are. Try again. Sure. Let's log in. Can't hold my hand in front. Yeah, you're gonna kill my page. I'm gonna cut that out later. Okay, so here's the home page. No, I don't want this. Yeah, as you see, I have like for each featured project, I get this project link and that stuff. Also, yeah, it definitely needs to catch the information from the project. As I only have the ID and yeah, and the link. So you have to enrich it. How's it called? Populate. That's the official word. So therefore, I will page Svelte will do exactly this. Don't need the cookies, I guess. Let's see how do this in the front end. And I'm not going to do this in this section. I'm going to do this in the home page. So whenever I load a page, I'm going to get all the data for that page. Yes. Or I could programmatically load it, but I'd rather like load the data first and I know how big the page is. I can do some calculations. For example, page number here, have to set later on for the scroller. So it's going to be the amount of, it's called pages. Just call it the pages now. Const pages. Give it 5. We're going to replace this with a count of slices, because each slice is a page. Assume that. And yeah, populate that stuff. Create client. So we need the. Did we already install Prismic React? Okay. Now let me cheat a little bit. I have another project I was working on. This is the last one. It's the converter. Okay, get out here. And we go into this radio, because that's the last project I did exactly with the same tool. So open this up. And I'm just gonna use the logic from there for the page loading. I don't remember that stuff. So I guess this is the on their home page. Any page for that's featured broadcasts, featured recent broadcast list, for example. Yeah. So in the end, these projects are going to look a bit more complex. But recent broadcast list. Use query. I'm using use query. Maybe I should start doing that. I change to GraphQL. Is this a decision? This is the decision to do. Because GraphQL does allow me to define my own data types. 5-minute research. GraphQL slice machine prismic. How does it work? It is the edge case. GraphQL. Let's go backwards because the view actually uses. I found less settings. Uh-huh. Yeah. Exactly, they do a build, but I do it like all the time, which could be a bit of a drag. Well, a good thing is I can populate them in query, so I'm gonna go with the GraphQL transformation. So I'm gonna use the yarn add use query. Let's use query. Package. JSON. Use query. GraphQL. Can reuse a bunch of that stuff. Okay, I can just use a lot of that stuff. So, but GraphQL framework. Use query. Apollo client. Okay. So, in order to migrate that stuff, I have to start setting up a queries folder. This data here is okay, new folder, queries. Boboros.
Wer hat das gemalt?
Gregor.
Du hast verstanden. Und diese auch?
Nein, Bekannte von ihm. Ich habe den Namen vergessen.
Ah, okay. Sie waren in einem Kurs, wo kann man...
Die haben das hier. Letzte Woche, vorletzte Woche. Das auch. Also Bob Ross Team.
Hier gemalt. Okay.
Sonntag. Ein Sonntag.
Schön.
Und dann frustriert. Und dann. Okay, gonna do this whole thing, like broadcast, okay. So, very simple thing, what we gotta do here is now we gotta open up the prismic GraphQL. So, I think it goes like this, and it's not builder, it's GraphQL. There you go. It's the GraphQL. Console. So I do a query. Just to get started with your query, remember get slices, I guess. How's it called? No, I get home, get document home. Home page. By all homes. It's kind of weird because it's not all homes actually. Okay. Home, get home, sort by all broadcasts. Where homes, yeah. And then I get the UID, page info, ID. Not the page info, doesn't need any page info, I need the meta. Edges. Node. Meta, there you go. Ooh, yes. There you go. ID, I also put it. Yeah, last publication date, and that's it. And just see what comes out. Yeah, we get the first page. And then I think we have something here. Yes, this is home. There you go. Type slices. That's what I want. Slices. Home slice. Home slice. This is the type. Ooh. Slices partial. How to define partials again? I forgot almost. Because oh, just slice. A fragment, not partial, okay. Fragment. I think it's Deine Kunst wurde schon bewundert, bemitleidet.
Wir haben jetzt auch noch mal Regale, falls du es auch einbauen willst. Ja, klar. Wir haben noch zwei, also wir können noch eins aufbauen irgendwo.
Mir ist es was.
Bitte. Irgendwie wird auf dem Markt jetzt da drüben. Wie war das? Hat du mit früh gehen?
Nein, ich muss jetzt auch los, muss wirklich los. Nein, jetzt.
Du aus later.
Ich habe jetzt tatsächlich ein Meeting. After just,
Okay.
just finish up the stream.
Das heißt, ich kann jetzt eigentlich den Schichtburn schaffen.
Du kannst jetzt den Geschirrspüler anschalten, das ist richtig. Das ist richtig erkannt. Wo ist Nick? Slice. Slice on, because slices on. Okay, it's type. Slices. Okay. Gedächtnis. On. On feature project. Okay. I just like this. Type. That's it for now. Finish this tomorrow. I might not need a transition, but let's do it anyway. Prettify. Something's wrong. Fragment name.
Okay, tschüssi.
Ciao.
Bis nächstes Woche.
Ja. Sorry, ich bin da im Code. Okay. Ah, okay. Ah. There you go, fragment. Huh, perfect. That's what I wanted. But it took a while. There's always a bit of an issue to get into GraphQL, then it's pretty powerful afterwards. So those have a different type, and there's a hero possibly. So I think I was correct earlier. Transition. And yes, so we have the structure of our home page. And I think here we have the type homestead. Type label. Label there, I don't know what that means. No label. And yeah, here I have to be careful because this is gonna be primary grid. Okay, project cover this. Just like let's get it. Not visually is a type of variation on what variant? Of course it can be. Okay, let's do this next time. Okay, everyone. So this is it for me struggling today. Oh, I'm seeing. I just didn't show you the screen. Well, doesn't matter. I can do this whole thing tomorrow again. Yeah, so it's never gonna stop.